Good morning, guys. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope your week is going phenomenal. I have more energy this week than I did last week. 7-day vegan challenge. Whew, I'm already feeling so good about it, guys. Already feeling so good about it. I hope you're hanging in there. And I want to welcome you to Wisdom Wednesdays. And for those of you who always tune in, you know that I absolutely love you. I'm so grateful for you. For those of you, it may be your first time tuning in, I want to welcome you to sing. Shonda inspires nations to grow. I often reference my family as my singers or my VSPs, my vibrational singing people. So I want to welcome you to Wisdom Wednesdays. And if you're not following me, I need you to subscribe and click that bell so you can stay connected with me. So I want to jump right in and just tap right into what I want to talk to you guys about. I was thinking about negativity and how it's so easy for it to kind of anchor and take root in our hearts, in our life, and then in our thoughts, and then our thoughts kind of photocopies our thoughts, sends it out to the atmosphere, and it comes back. And so we find ourselves oftentimes in a relentless cycle of this negativity. You know, it could be chitter chatter, talking about what someone has done to wrong you, talking about what may have happened on your job, talking about what may be going on in school. And girl, can you believe she did this or he did that? Or in relationships, I can't believe this. I don't understand this. You know, you're just giving life to this. When it comes to your health, you may have gotten a report back from the doctor and you just keep talking about it. Are you bringing up something that's an obstacle or something that's a challenge in whatever form or circumstance it appears in? You're giving it life. You're giving life to it because the power of life and death is most definitely in here. All of this from here to here and your heart center is an active part of creation. Very active. So when I thought about what I wanted to talk to you guys about today for Wisdom Wednesday, it's a little bold and it's in your face, but I have to get your attention. It is bind it up or shut up, because it is not worth your blessing. Bind it up or shut up. So the first thing I want to talk about is I want to clarify what it means to bind something. It means to tie it up or to fasten it tight, to restrain from someone or to restrain someone or something by tying it up. Wrap it up tight, bandage it, put it under an obligation like an oath, or to constrain it legally, or I would say spiritually. Shut up means to just stop talking. Stop talking altogether. Be quiet. Keep quiet. Zip it. Hold your tongue. Keep your lips sealed. Quiet down. Hush up. That's shut up. And as we know, a blessing is favor, protection, help, well-being, strength, an asset, manifestations. And when you talk about things that you are perplexed about or something that may be a little confusing for you, what you actually do is you give life to it. And it comes back from a photocopy because you talked about it, so you gave it life, and it starts taking form. And then the next thing you know, you're just on the repeat dial in your life. So I talk about this all the time because I see this come up all the time. And myself, I personally wrestled with this all the time. But I'm here to let you know that you have to be very mindful of not only your thoughts, but you have to be very mindful of what you're talking about. Because what you also talk about, you give life to. Whether it's good or bad, you give life to it. So I'm here today to talk to you about a victim's mentality. Okay, I most definitely want to hit that. I want to talk to you about breathing life into negative situations. I want to talk to you about ways that you can just guide your power in a different situation and why you should just keep quiet altogether. So if if we look at what a victim is a person that's been harmed or injured. Something that's happened to them as a result of a crime or accident or action. Then it's also a person that's felt like they've been tricked or duped. It's also referenced as a loser, prey, a sucker, a fool, or a chump. That's what a victim is. And then also, you don't breathing life into it. So a victim, someone who feels they've been wrong, they've been duped, they've been, kind of done wrong. So if we think about a victim mentality, it's someone who it's always woe is me. I can't believe this is happening to me. My mind is set on this low vibration, this low place. And of course, Satan absolutely loves that. Because you're giving him authority by pondering right there in that low place. And you're knocking yourself completely out of alignment with the will of God for your life. With your vision, with your manifestations, your energy and everything is just low. You're pondering in a dead place. And then, I also want to talk about ways that you breathe life into negativity. Just lowering your spirit, lowering your vibration, lowering your energy. Just, being lied on possibly. Maybe you felt like you've been betrayed or taken advantage of. Maybe it's a lifestyle change. Maybe you lost your job or your income has changed. Maybe it's something challenging in a relationship, your marriage, at work, your dating scene, your health, your finances. Some people have negativity about getting older, maybe even the loss of a loved one. Your social class changed. But life has changes. But in every situation, you need to learn to be content in whatever state that you are in. Nobody is perfect all the time. If you need to talk about it and let it go. I wouldn't ponder. I wouldn't ramble on about it because you're giving life to it. I wouldn't talk about it because it will expand in your life. You will give power to it. It will photocopy itself and it will play out and come right on back to you. So when I was thinking about this, I wanted to, by it being Wisdom Wednesday, wanted to give you a couple of scriptures about this, about Jesus, about master teachers being quiet. If we go over to Isaiah 53:7, it says that he was oppressed and afflicted, just treated harshly, talking about Christ. Yet he did not open his mouth. He was led like a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before shears is silent, so he did not open his mouth. Because when you have a vision, and when you have a mission, and when you have something that you're believing God for, that you're meditating about, you're trying to keep yourself in vibration over. You don't have time to open your mouth and give life to negativity, give life to someone who wronged you. You're sitting there giving them your power, and they being blessed off of you talking about them when you should revamp that thing and turn it around on yourself and think about the goodness of God, goodness of Jesus, and the goodness about yourself. He said nothing because he knew he had a mission to fulfill. If we go over here to Genesis 39, 1 through 23, Joseph and Potiphar's wife, here's another example. This man was lied on. He was treated harshly, sold into slavery and everything, lied on. The woman tried to come on to him. He resisted the woman for God's sake. And she lied on him. Thrown into prison. Sold into slavery, thrown into prison, didn't open his mouth. Another example, knew the power. In spite of human emotion, controlled that thing, didn't say a word. If we go on down here to Mark 9, 2 through 9, the transfiguration of Jesus, when he took his ride or die, Peter, James, and John with him, they were told not to say a word. They didn't open their mouth because even they knew that Christ had a mission to fulfill on this earth. The power of just talking will keep you in a vulnerable position. It will keep you in a situation to where you don't fulfill anything that you want to because you're pondering on low activities. And that's why I always talk about your mind. And that's why I want to give you the science behind it. Because I want to help break that yoke up off of your life. I feel like God has given me an opportunity to tell you the truth. Don't ponder on negativity. It will expand in your life. Your mouth is so powerful. Your tongue is so powerful, but it puts you into alignment with a vibration you've never seen before. It could be great potential for you, but because you're determined to just ponder on what happened yesterday, you can't even get what you're getting tomorrow because you're worried about yesterday. You don't want to be like Lot's wife and have your life to turn into a pile of salt because you keep looking back. Let that go. Don't give your power away. Keep your mouth shut. No matter how hard it is, don't talk about it. To God be the glory. You're going to come out on top. The final example I want to use is Proverbs 18 and 21, and I'm reading this from my Amplified Bible. Verse 20, a man's moral self shall be filled with fruit of his mouth, and with the consequences of his words. He must be satisfied whether good or evil. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they who indulge in it shall eat the fruit of it, for death or for life. And you can also reference Matthew 12:37. So why am I talking about this today? Because a lot of us are going through unnecessary things in our life because we keep pondering on low talk, on negative talk. We don't think about our future. We're too busy worrying about what someone done to us. If someone misused you, betrayed you, you lost your job, a loss of a loved one, the loved one most definitely wants you to go on with your life. Whatever it may be, when you talk about it, you give life to it. Okay? You give life to it. The atmosphere doesn't care. You wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities of this air. Yes, you're electromagnetic energy or a spirit in a body. But whatever you talk about, it expands in your life, and it will go right out there, and it will photocopy the image of your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, and your verbiage, and it'll show up in your life. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired? Let me show you what else to do. Instead of focusing on that, I want you to shift your focus and put it on you. Instead of talking about what they did wrong and talking about this and that, just try being quiet. And then when you open up your mouth, instead of giving life to that negative situation or that complex situation or that questionable situation, give life to yourself. Focus on you. Focus on God. Focus on alignment. Focus on meditations. Focus on your affirmations. Focus on you and your visions. Focus on your dreams. Focus on your future. Focus on your mission. Focus on your love, your passion, your voice, your vibration, your prayer, your meditation. Thoughts on you, thoughts on God, thoughts on you, thoughts on creation, thoughts on you, thoughts on loving, thoughts on you. Speaking positive about new things in your life. Forget what you lost. Forget the change. Forget the gossip. Focus on you. Focus on love and kindness. Focus on breathing life into your future. Because that is how much power you possess. Oh, if you only knew. Oh, ye a little faith. I tell you the truth. If you only knew. I want you to stop being a victim. Stop having this mentality that this keeps going on. The reason why it keeps going on is because you allow it to go on. Don't let the devil, negative energy, don't let that punk you. Operate in the authority that has been given to you. Operate in that authority. Get your fight back. You are powerful. You are not a loser. You're not weak. You're not a joke. You're not a chump. You are a winner. You are a life changer. You are the future. You are the righteousness of creation, the righteousness of God, the righteousness of your life. And you deserve to be happy. You are life. You are a visionary. You are loved. You're talented. You are more than you give yourself credit for. And my only hope for you today, and I'm saying this, is for you to just be quiet. Whatever that problem is, you shouldn't give everyone access to your tongue, your energy. When you talk about these things, you're giving them access to your vision, your life, your talent, your joy, your peace, your anointing, your spirit, your energy, your vibration, your skills, your money, your creative dance with God, your life, your future, your favor, and your infinite flow of love. I want you to be selfish for one time. And I want you to take your power back. I want you to close your mouth. And I want you to know that the power is in your silence. Jesus didn't say a word. You know why? Because he knew his power. He knew who he was. And he had a vision. You don't owe anyone anything. The power is most definitely in your silence. The power is to focus inward. Joseph was in prison and didn't say a word. He knew his power. He knew God. He knew his faith. He knew his vision, what he was believing God for. Peter and James and John didn't say a word. They kept quiet. You know why? They knew the voice of God. They knew his power. They knew his anointing and had faith in his vision. They had faith in his vision. I want you to focus. I want you to focus. Change your focus. Take it off your problem, no matter how hard it is. It was hard for me. But I assure you, when you do this, you're free. And I want you to focus it on God and you and creation and in this dance. Surround yourself with visionaries. Surround yourself with those that are evolving for the better. Those that are in alignment with the law of God, in alignment with the law of attraction. And those that are not trapped by limitations. Because as Louise Hay said, you know, you don't want to be in the dungeon of limitations, in the chattering tongue of just devastation. But you want to always be in a palace of possibilities. Because after all, the palace is an infinite, powerful, miraculous place to be. But the power that you possess is even better. Because the power of life and death and manifestations is in your tongue. Think about that. God bless you guys. Mwah! I love you. You already know. Have a great week. Bye now.